Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to the Creative Burrows Gaming Channel. My name is Isaac, and I'm continuing on my quest to get the achievement, There Is No Spoon, in Factorio version 0.17. And this will be the first time I've actually tried for this achievement in trying to get a rocket launched in under 8 hours. As you can see here, the current playthrough I'm on, which I have entitled TiNS, we're currently at 2.5 hours, and I'm just now laying down my oil refineries for the first time to try to get that up and going. So we'll just load on in, close that out. I was doing some off-screen work. I've got my pump jacks up here, just about ready to go. And we got some power poles going, as well as our oil refineries. So I think I'm going to clear out a tree. Just get that out of my way, and I think I'm going to have my oil refinery actually really close to these pump jacks just down here. And that's because I don't have to run anything too far. This whole little bit right here next to the copper line, or future copper mine, should give me plenty of space to run my oil program. So let's see what we can do. And for this, I do have a blueprint book. And what does it have loaded up? There's cracking for the future, there's plastics, and there's the basics of refining. So, okay, let's take that, we'll put it right back in, and this time I think I'm actually going to do this. There we go. As you can see, it's been maybe just a touch, a little bit, since I've played extensively with blueprints, but not too big a deal. And so I think we're just going to try to line this up to go in, about right there, I think. And then we'll just borrow these poles, since I do have a few of them. We'll just use our good old small electric poles. Make a few more. They do come in handy for filling in small gaps when you don't want to use up a lot of other resources, which is why I tend to use them throughout the game, because I'll be chopping down wood from here until the end of this thing, I bet. And so I'd rather have that wood working for me, as it were. Alright, and let's see, we're going to need this. Almost, but not quite, that's fine. So that should be oil, and later on that should be water. If you watched my last playthrough, you'll probably be well aware of the fact that setting this up the last time, my entire oil refinery, took quite a bit of work for me. And how's my power doing? Power's not doing too badly. We do have oil, so what am I missing here? It still says I'm missing crude oil. No, that one's doing fine. Alright. Well, let's actually get something being produced by this, and then we'll figure out just where I went wrong. Alright, now I'm not going to need plastics, and plastics requires, let's see, that petroleum gas and coal, if I remember correctly. So I think I'm going to... Do I want to set this up for end of the line or beginning of the line? I think I'm going to just set this up for beginning of the line. Yeah, but I have my... Oh, of course, I did the blueprint so I could set this up in any way I needed it to. So we'll just start it off over here with plenty of room. The next thing we're going to need is going to be... Well, there's oil cracking. Science is beginning... solid fuel, here we are. And we'll just set solid fuel up over here. So we can pull it off of those lines. Those lines being the heavy oil and the light oil, of course. I say of course, you say tomato. And we'll get some storage tanks so we can get this started. And for cracking, just to kind of have something planned out here. We could probably just put cracking down here at the end of the line, I think. It will just feed everything back in. Alright. So this is the basic idea and concept, and good. Those are chemical plants. We don't need a whole lot of them right now. So there we go, and this is going to be kind of tedious, so I might do that off camera for you guys. But this is the basics of what I kind of want to do with all this. And we definitely need that plastic to get blue science into production, as well as the solid fuel. Which is why I'm focusing so heavily on those things. I'm looking around seeing if there's a convenient spot to pull coal from really close. And there's not really. If I have my oil plant up over here, that would be very convenient with that coal there. But I don't, so we might have to branch off coal and just bring it right on up for a good long distance. And that's okay. These kind of things happen. These kind of things being where one has to plan to do things one may not, how do I put it, otherwise have ever considered. But yeah, that does look like it should work, actually. And since we're only going to have one stone brick line going, we'll run this right in. Sorry about that. Looks like we had a bit of a misclick. So yeah, we're just going to branch the coal off down there underneath my half-flatted stone brick, which as soon as I upgrade that to red transport belts, will operate, well, as a half-line input but a full-line, or half-line output but a full-line input. Excuse me. So let's grab some more handy-dandy belts. get this pushed right on up and over. To our oil. And pretty much that's the basics of the oil build right there. For blue science, I could probably go ahead and start plotting that out. And so we have engines here, which if my mall is going to be about right there, we'll plot them to happen, let's say over here, with plenty of space to run things in. And yeah, we'll just give them plenty of room. We'll put them right there. I really should just move that blueprint book down. So there's the blue science and military science combined, which I'm just gonna plop on over here. Yeah, that looks about lined up. What else do I need? Let's see, plastics. And I needed the plastics for red circuits. And this is a pretty dedicated red circuit build, meaning this little arrangement is strictly for blue science. I'll be putting down and laying out a full red circuits for the bus line later. And there we go, we got coal right into our plastics production. Plastics, I believe that blueprint, yeah, is not strictly for blue science. That is a blueprint that will take advantage of putting plastics on the bus. Though as soon as I get it run out, I'll probably run it directly into blue science. Kind of like I'm going to do with red circuits. So anyways, there's the basis for everything. Now we're just going to get along and start building up this bus. And we're going to see if we can't troubleshoot what went wrong with my crude oil here. So with all the blueprints laid out, I'm not anticipating that this will take too long. It's still a little tedious, but all the measuring's already done. I don't have to think about this. I just have to make it happen. Oh. Alright, so just figured out why nothing's cracking on with the oil refining, and that is strictly because I forgot to place the recipe on everything at the same time. So that's actually a big relief. Because it means that there's not a lot that I did wrong. And I would much prefer there not being too much I did wrong than finding out that I missed some horribly, excruciatingly crucial? Let's say crucial. Bit of work. Okay, so that should kick plastics, or as I might call them, plastics, into production. And there we go. Just gonna need to throw down a line for our solid fuel. In fact, I think I might run this backwards. Get some inserters, though in this case they're inserting to a belt. So, I don't know. Feel like we should come up with a different name for them. And there we go. There's plastics and solid fuel ready to head on over to the bus, and specifically Blue Science with our basics of oil production. And it only took about 17 minutes for this, though in prep time it took about 30 minutes. So, everybody, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed yourself. I'm gonna save this before something horrible happens. And I'll be uploading this, later today in about 5 hours, hopefully. And the next time I'll be back will be Sunday with my Sunday relaxation on Tropico. And Factorio will return on Wednesday next week, where I should have Blue Science already up and going and heading into advanced oil processing, as you can see. But that is for next Wednesday. So, thank you very much, everybody, for watching. I hope you have a great day, and goodbye.